Hello all, welcome to Lecdem channel. Today we are going to see about blood. Okay, let's go into the topic. First, we should know what is blood. Blood is a red color fluid that circulates through the vascular system in humans and other vertebrates. It is one of the major components of circulatory system. Did you know that blood is actually a tissue, a fluid connected tissue just like other tissues? It is made up of different types of cell, but its matrix is fluid. The main function of blood is transport of gases like oxygen from alveoli of lungs to different tissues and carbon dioxide from tissues to alveoli. Transport of nutrients like glucose, amino acids, lipids and vitamins are absorbed from the GI tract and carried by the blood to different parts of the body for growth and production of energy. Regulation of water balance and acid base balance. Plasma proteins and hemoglobins act as a buffer and help in the regulation of acid base balance. Regulation of body temperature, transport of hormones and enzymes. Endocrine gland, that is ductless glands, are released directly into the blood and reaches the targeted organs or tissues. Transportation of waste products helps to remove toxins from the body. The last function is the storage function. It stores some important substance like protein, glucose, sodium, potassium, water, and these substances are taken from blood during the condition like starvation, fluid loss, electrolyte loss, etc. Next, we will see the properties of blood. Blood is bright red in arteries and dark red in veins. Blood contains 8% of body mass. Blood is slightly alkaline and its pH in normal condition is 7.4 and it tastes salty. Blood is 5 times more viscous than water. It is mainly due to the presence of RBC, that is red blood cells, and plasma proteins. Average volume of blood in a normal adult is about 5 to 6 liters. Next is the composition of blood. To study the composition of blood, a small experiment is done. We collect some amount of blood from a person in a tube and allow to stand still for few hours. After few hours, we can see that the cells deposited at the bottom and the fluid at the top. A fluid at the top is yellowish white fluid and it is known as plasma. 55% of blood is composed of plasma and the remaining 45% of blood is the cellular components, which includes RBCs known as erythrocytes, WBC which is known as leukocytes, platelets which is known as thrombocytes, and these all together form a formed element. Okay, next we will see in detail about plasma. Plasma is a straw colored viscous fluid forming matrix of the blood. Matrix is a non-living substance occupying the space between the cells. Composition. Next is the composition of plasma. Plasma is consists of 92 percentage of water, 6 to 8 percentage of proteins. Plasma contains small amounts of minerals like sodium, calcium, magnesium, bicarbonate, chloride, etc. Plasma, glucose, amino acid, lipids are also present in plasma. Albumin, globulin, fibrinogen are the major plasma proteins. Plasma without the clotting protein is called serum. Serum contains only albumin and globulin. Fibrinogen is absent in serum because it is converted into fibrin during blood clotting. Next is the function of plasma. Water helps in absorption and transportation and helps to releases heat. Albumin helps in maintaining osmotic balance, a role in regulation of acid-base balance. Next is the globulins are primarily involved in the defense mechanism of the body. They are grouped into 3 subtypes, that is alpha globulin, beta globulin and gamma globulin. Alpha globulin and beta globulin helps to transport lipids and fat soluble vitamins. Gamma globulins are antibodies which function in immune response of the body. Fibrinogen is an important clotting factor produced by the liver. Next we will see about RBCs. It is known as erythrocytes. RBCs are circular biconcave in shape. Red blood cells lack nucleus as it helps in provide more room for oxygen binding pigment called hemoglobin. Red blood cells also contain the enzyme called carbonic anhydrase, which helps in CO2, that is carbon dioxide transport. Red color of RBCs is due to the presence of coloring pigment called hemoglobin. And healthy adult has an average of 4.5 to 5.5 millions per cubic millimeter of blood. The RBCs is formed by the bone marrow and have a average lifespan of around 4 months, that is 120 days. The main function of the RBCs are transportation of gases, that is oxygen and carbon dioxide. HP, that is hemoglobin, plays an important role in buffering action in blood. Next is WBC, which is known as leukocytes. WBCs are colorless due to the lack of pigment hemoglobin. WBC possesses nuclei and other cell organelles and move in an amoeboid fashion. They are rounded or irregular in shape. An adult has an average of 5000 to 10,000 WBCs per cubic millimeter of blood. Lifespan of RBCs is about lifespan of WBCs is about 10 to 13 days, and it is mainly produced by bone marrow. Based on the staining property, it is further classified into two, that is granular leukocytes. Granular leukocytes. Granular leukocytes is otherwise known as granulocytes, which contains granules in their cytoplasm. Granular leukocytes, which is also known as granulocytes, without granules in their cytoplasm. Granulocytes are further classified into three, that is eosinophils, basophils and neutrophils. Eosinophils is also known as acidophils, which is biploid nucleus granule takes acidic stain. The function of the eosinophils is increase in number during allergy and plays a major role in immunity. Basophils is least in number, that is 0.5 to 1%. The main function of the basophils are release heparin and histamine. They act like mast cell, causes inflammatory response. Neutrophils, which is abundant in WBCs, that is 60 to 65%. The main function of neutrophils are phagocytic action, which engulfs germs, bacteria and dead cells. Eosinophil lifespan is about 4 to 8 hours in blood, 4 to 5 days in tissues. Basophils lifespan is about 4 to 8 hours, and neutrophils lifespan is about 4 to 8 hours in blood and 4 to 5 days in tissues. Next is the agranulocytes are further classified into two, that is lymphocytes and monocytes. Lymphocytes, which is present 20 to 25%, and lifespan is about few days or months or even years. They exist in two forms, that is namely T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes, which is primarily responsible for the immune response of the body. Next is the monocytes, which is present 6 to 8% in WBC. Lifespan is about 10 to 20 hours. Monocytes become macrophages in tissue, which are phagocytic in nature and engulf bacteria and other cellular debris. Next we'll see about thrombocytes. Thrombocytes is also known as platelets, are the smallest of the formed elements. They are rounded or oval disc-like bodies without nuclei. Blood normally contains 1,50,000 to 3,50,000 platelets per cubic millimeter of blood. They are produced by megakaryocytes in bone marrow. The lifespan is about a week or 5 to 9 days. The main function of the platelets are they play an important role in blood clotting. They release a variety of substances, most of the substances involved in the coagulation of blood. Okay, we came to an end. Now we will see a short summary of blood. Blood is a specialized connective tissue consisting of fluid matrix, that is plasma and cellular portion called formed elements. Formed elements are RBC, WBC and platelets. RBC are also known as erythrocytes. WBC are also known as leukocytes. Platelets, which is also known as thrombocytes. RBCs helps in transportation of gases. WBC helps in defense mechanism. Platelets helps in blood clotting. Next, the decrease in RBC content is known as anemia and the increase in RBC content is known as polycythemia. Increase in WBC content is known as leukocytosis or leukemia. Decrease in the WBC content is known as leukopenia. Decrease in platelets is known as thrombocytopenia. I hope you understood what is blood and the components of blood. Thank you for listening. For more videos, please do subscribe our channel. Thank you.